Not the best day mentally, emotionally, psychologically. I just feel like I am not starting this challenge off with a bang. Hi, I'm Misha and I'm writing a book. I am currently working on the first draft of my novel. If you watched my last video for my July monthly writing goals, I'm hoping to write 50,000 words in the month of July. So I started off at 20,785 words, and that'll mean that by the end of July, I should end at 70,785 words. Can I do it? Let's find out. I've never done NaNoWriMo in the past, and so I know that there's a lot that is going on with NaNoWriMo, and I am not supporting it by any means. I'm doing just the 50,000 words in a month challenge for the month of July, and I do have more days in July. I have 31 days, which is good, and I think helpful for me. Hopefully, I'll be able to finish this draft by August, the end of August. That's my goal. This will be broken up into 2 parts where you will see my ups and downs of this writing journey and where it will take me, because I don't know where it will take me. Here's hoping good things happen or are on the horizon. So I am struggling today because I finished work and I am just really not in the writing mood. I'm not in the doing anything mood. And I know it's because it's about to be my time of the month and I get so low energy and sad and in a lot of pain probably very soon. I think I'm gonna just take it easy. I'm gonna try to write and see where I get. The weather's quite nice, but I honestly just don't feel like leaving my house. Every month I'm like, I'm gonna see where I get tonight. And I just feel like I am not starting this challenge off with a bang. I mean, no, I don't know if that's true because no, it's kind of true. It's kind of true. I feel like I could do better, but hey, we're doing the best. If I don't meet my goals this week, I have the whole month. I can make up time. It's gonna be fine. It's Saturday, July 5th, and I spent a lot of the day writing, and I have made quite a bit of progress, which I'm really happy about. Yesterday was not the best day mentally, emotionally, psychologically. After I spoke with you guys, I had a bit of a breakdown. I was just really in my feelings and being really hard on myself. I had a really great therapy session, which I really needed, and we talked through stuff that we have talked through before, but just getting a good refresher and reminder on some of the tools and practices that can help me in those moments. One of the things that I asked for before we left the session was to create 1 or 2 phrases of what I can tell myself when I am in these spiral moments. So we did come up with them and I'll share them with you. I'm just gonna get them out. I have to put these on sticky notes because that typically helps me, especially if I'm in a moment where I'm spiraling quite a bit. I need to be able to shift my thoughts and to break that cycle those cyclical thoughts. In therapy, we've together a lot of times we'll come up with a couple of phrases, and I found that this really helps me because I'll write them down on sticky notes, I'll put them up on my fridge, I'll put them on the little sticky note app on my laptop, and so when I'm in those moments I can see those phrases and then say them to myself, because it's so challenging for me to actually remember to break those cycles or those patterns or those thought processes in the moment that they're happening. So one of the ones we've come up with, this one's kind of threatening. So she was like, after we came up with this one, she was like, let's create a more positive one together. One that has like, I don't know, like that's like a more positive spin, because the first one was pushing myself too hard will backfire, because it does, and I don't remember that. And the second one was being bored creates space for inspiration. And so I have those kind of on hand. Last night I let myself just cry, and then I got a headache from crying. There's an element of a lot of stuff is coming up because of the things that I'm writing about, and so there's a processing of some of those events, those feelings, things are resurfacing, and that's a good sign, because writing is really healing. And even if I'm not necessarily, writing those experiences that I've lived down, it doesn't mean that they don't show up in other ways, or certain things that I don't write don't trigger or reflect back to emotions that I've felt before, or events that I've experienced in the past. So I ended up trying to remind myself that if I'm having a really hard day, it's okay to just rest when I'm feeling this way. But I think I have such a hard time resting. I ordered Indian food, and then I also meditated for like 20 minutes. I find that has been the most life-changing thing for my anxiety. It works. I know it's like a buzzword, but I started doing it more consistently in 2020, because that was a really hard year, and a lot changed in my life, as it did for so many other people. And that's kind of when I made it more of a consistent routine and practice. I find that is the thing that changes things. It changes everything. I did that for 20 minutes and it just shifted everything. Felt so much better after, and I actually felt like writing after. I wound up writing about 1,000 words, and I was like, that's how much I feel like writing. I'm gonna call it a night. And then today I actually spent like all day writing. It's 4:40 p.m. and I have been writing like all day. I've taken breaks, obviously, to eat and to go for a walk. And so I've written 4,122 words today, which is great. I was definitely feeling behind on July Rimo, on the 50,000 words in July. And I was like, of course, during the weekend is when I'm able to write. I'll get a higher word count on weekends. So I didn't feel the writing high today, but I did feel like it was flowing a lot better. And I felt really good about that. I do want to, I think it's like 481 words or something that I've calculated that I need to write, that I need to write today. And then I'll meet 10,000 words today, or 10,002 words for these past 5 days, which means I'll be ahead of the game, and I can have some off days and still be good. So I might do that, because I'm having a good flowing writing day. And I have tomorrow as well, but I really want to map out for some writing as well. And I'm getting really close to Act 2. That's exciting. I have hit the 30K word count mark, and we're getting close to Act 2. I don't know how long this book is going to be. I don't know how long first draft is going to be. It's going to be long. Probably it's going to be long, because Act 2s are always so long. And then Act 3s are not as long. Yeah. So let's see how far I get. I am currently at 32,291 words. I did not get a lot of words done today, but it's 9:37. We're getting down what we can. And maybe my goal is to write 2,000 words today. And I've written 1,800 and 1,000, not 800, 1,000, hi Frida, 1,284 words. Hey buddy. Oh, hey. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? Hi. Let's see how far I'm gonna get to tonight. I don't know why, but I've just found that writing in the nighttime is working for me. It's when I'm feeling like things are happening. And so, hey, bud. Yeah. Yeah, that's just when I feel like things are happening and I have to follow it. So if nighttime is when I write, it's when I write. I'm not used to being a nighttime writer. I'm used to being like a morning writer or like an afternoon writer. But now I'm a nighttime writer. Honestly, it's fine. I'm not getting much sleep anyways. Okay, so I'm just about to start work, but I thought I'd give a quick writing update. It's currently Tuesday, July 8th. I had my dance class yesterday, which was so good, so much fun. The only thing is I get home around 10 p.m. And so as soon as I got back, I was kind of like, I should just write something. Let's just get some words out, put a timer on till like 11:30 and see how far I can get. So I wrote about like 500 or so words, but I am still feeling good about where I'm at. This evening, I'll be able to hopefully get down quite a bit. I'll have some more time to write, so keep you posted. I think I'm becoming a night writer. It's July 8th. It is 10:47 p.m. Today I wrote, tonight, I wrote 2,584 words on a Tuesday. So that's pretty big for me because it's not even the weekend. I'm still quite ahead of my goal, which is great because I'm not going to be able to write tomorrow. I have plans to go to the movies with some friends after work, and I will probably get to writing a little bit on Thursday, but I have my bar class, and Friday I have dance rehearsals. So I'll probably do late night writing on both days or throughout the week, and then most of my writing will again happen on the weekend because that's just when it happens. But I'm proud of myself for writing in this much. And the best part, I broke into Act 2. I'm in Act 2. I'm in Act 2 now, which is so cool. I get, oh, it's happening. I can't believe I didn't even have like a moment when I entered Act 2. I think it's because I'm feeling like my cramps come in today and I was taking some breaks and just like lying down. But I broke into Act 2, which is pretty huge, and that's gonna hit me at some point. Not tonight. Tonight I'm kind of losing it and I need to go to bed soon because I'm very tired. It is Friday, July 11th, and I'm finally feeling better emotionally. It was a rough start to this week. Even when I reached Act 2, I feel like I didn't get that high, or I didn't feel this like sense of accomplishment that I felt in other drafts, just because my mental health was not the best. It was not the best. But I'm feeling a lot better today. And thank God, because it is the weekend, which is when I get most of my writing done anyways. I have made some good progress. I'm feeling pretty good about where I'm at. And right now, I am at 37,797 words. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. By Sunday, my goal is to have written 21,000 words for the month. To meet that goal, that means that I'll have to write about 4,000 more words, and I'll be right on track for the 50K by the end of the month. And I'm feeling really good about that. I'm in Act 2 right now, which is feeling interesting. I mean, the beginning of Act 2, I think I always feel a little bit stressed about it, mostly because there's a little bit of pressure that I put on myself. Act 2 is like when a lot A lot happens. It's the bulk of the book. I'm feeling scared, and I don't know why I'm feeling scared, but I didn't think it would surface so much for me as I write it. I think some scenes have just been excruciatingly hard to write because I'm like, I also feel like I was looking back at some of my notes from when the story was panning out in even in the draft that I had scrapped initially and like where it's at now. And it's just it's a completely different story. I remember I told a few friends about it, and I was like telling them about this being the concept for the story, and this is what it looks like, and it's just so different, and I love it now. Like the way that it's laid out now, I'm like visualizing it in my head, and I love the plot. I think that this just is flowing in the way that I never thought was possible. I couldn't have imagined it to kind of be unfolding in the way that it is. And I love that about first drafts, is because you think you know some things and you don't even know those things. I didn't even know that my main character was not a certain way. I had assumed, like, I feel like I was fooled. I feel like I was fooled by her. I really like the characters. Oh, it's so good. There's so many different complex dynamics at play. And what I'm really curious about is my read through after I'm done draft one of when, as a reader, how will I feel about the characters? Because it's different writing them. I'm so deeply attached and also understanding of them in a way that maybe I wouldn't be as a reader. I love writing people and stories and characters that spark up deeper discussions about our relationships with other people, the boundaries that we set, the line, like some morally gray lines that are crossed. Oh my God. I need to call, I feel like I need to call my friend Megan. She's my friend who's also a writer. Quick plug here. She's actually working on her poetry and prose collection, which is so good. It's so good, and it's going to be released sometime in the fall. I will share more as I know more, but she's been documenting her process. I'll put in her details and previous blog posts that she's had talking about her self-publishing journey. So that is the most exciting thing. I think as soon as I hold her book, I'm going to just cry. I'm going to fall apart. So I have no idea how she must be feeling right now. So yeah, I think I need to call her, and I need someone to bounce ideas off of, I think, to be like, is this crazy? That's crazy. And for them to be like, yes or no. Things are getting a little bit heated and messy, and I feel like I am putting a little bit of pressure on myself for some of these scenes and just making sure the stakes are high enough. I do feel like the stakes are high. They're high. So I don't know why I'm putting so much pressure on myself to make sure that it's high enough. I think it's also like, is it being written in a way where it feels high stakes? Or am I just feeling like it's high stakes because I'm so deep in it? Sometimes that part can be really hard. But again, it's just a first draft. It's just a first draft. I need to chill and just do it and just write it and get to know the story, because I feel like I don't know anything. I'm learning it. I have 4,000 words left to write this week. I think I can do it. To be continued. I think I'm gonna call it a day. It's like 10:30 p.m. and I wrote quite a bit. I wrote about 2,285 words, which means that my total word count is 40,082 words. So I'm at 40K. I'm at 40K, which feels really good. And I I'm like in act 2. Like things are starting to happen and it's so good. It's so good. I didn't know if I would be able to do it, and let's see how these next 2 weeks pan out. I don't want to jinx it. Hey girl. Yeah, she's just hanging out on the side. I fed you. I did. I don't know what she wants. Hello, it is Saturday, July 12th. I'm just getting ready to write a little bit more. I have about 1,000 words to write, but I think I'm gonna write a little bit more than that because I won't have as much time throughout the week, and then it will mean that I won't have to have such heavy writing days just on the weekend. Quick update on my book. I just wrote, well, yesterday, I wrote this scene and it has this one character who's a side character, but I want her to be in it more. So I made notes of like her coming back in her coming back. I made some notes for myself so that she can be weaved in a little bit more in the second draft. I just find her character to be so funny. Like, she is hilarious. And that is needed for something that's a little bit on the heavier side, a little bit darker. Like, it's fun to dribble a little bit of comedy, a little bit of a silly. Well, she's not like silly, she's just ridiculous. She's not even, I find her ridiculous. I don't know if other people find her ridiculous. It's like when they put up this pilot of a TV show, and then there's this character that the audience just falls in love with, and so then they're like, oh, we're gonna that character is now going to be a main character. This character is not going to be a main character, but I do want her to be more prominent. Like, she needs more lines. She needs more scenes. Also, okay, something else happened in a scene that I didn't expect. This could potentially change what I thought I knew, which I'm nervous about because I'm like, well, now I have to think. I have to think about what this means for the rest of the story. Frida, are you just staring at yourself in the mirror? I was thinking about how this could trickle into the rest of the book because it does change a lot, and I didn't expect it coming in like it did. And it could mean nothing, or I could make it mean something. And I'm worried that I'm gonna take it in a route that's too predictable. I don't know. If things are unfolding in a way that are even unpredictable for me, I feel like the reading experience might be similar. So maybe I'm just thinking about it too hard, or maybe I need to think about it more. I don't know. Let's find out, because I'm in that scene, and I guess I'm gonna feel out how it goes. I'm gonna feel it out. Frida, what do you have to say? Nothing. I did it! I wrote some words and I met my goal. Oh, I wrote, let's see how much I wrote. Not that much, to be honest. I think, well, like a reasonable amount. I wrote 1,544 words, which makes my word count total 41,626 words. That means I've written like 20,000 words, a little bit over 20,000 words this month so far in 12 days, which means we're ahead of the game. I might continue writing today because I have blocked off quite a bit of the day just for writing, and after my sculpt class at 3, I might go to the library, and I always am the most productive at a library and prefer being outside of my home to write, although I have been writing in my home quite a bit and losing my mind while doing it, so maybe the library will help. I'm very excited, and things are still happening. It's good. Thank you for watching part 1 of this journey. If you made it this far, put down a rainbow emoji and let me know, what are you working on this month? If you have any goals for the month, I'm very excited to learn more about those. And here's to hoping I can continue this journey as interesting as it's begun. I have no idea where it will take me. Another writing vlog will be on its way by the end of the month, where you'll see if I made it to 50,000 words in the month. I have high hopes now. I don't know. I feel like I wrote through a really emotionally blah time. So I can probably do it. Yeah. I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye.